6 months ago, a fisherman in the Philippines told me a story.
Nancy, if you ever see a woman dressed all in white on this road at night, don't stop. Just keep going.
I thought it was a ghost story. It took me a one-way flight home to understand. It was the best advice I'd ever been given.
Last fall, I spent time in Siargao.
3 months. Not on the tourist strip, not near the surf bars. In the interior, in the kind of places where the locals still speak in alamat, in legends. I'd gone there to collect the old warnings. The kapre, who lives in the ancient tree and watches travelers pass. The diwata sa tubig, the spirit of the water, who takes those who wade in without asking permission. The balete tree you must never burn because what lives inside it doesn't forgive easily. And the white lady near the marsh. I gathered these stories because I thought they would make my survival challenge more dramatic. I was going to spend 24 hours alone in the jungle. No food, no help, just my wits and whatever the island decided to offer me. The alamat was the setup. The survival was the story.
24 hours. I lasted 6.
I packed up my shelter, walked down to where my motorcycle was still parked, and drove to the first beach I saw.
Got my stick.
And I told you about that.
Got my tent.
Some of you watched it, some of you even messaged me about it. But what I didn't tell you was what happened the morning after.
I just saw a falling star over there. When you wish upon a star.
I woke up on a beach I'd found quite by accident, the Pacific right there. Feeling not shame, something else. Like the island had made a decision about me, not the other way around.
Good morning. I had a good sleep. I'm glad I came down to the ocean. The sounds here, I just love listening to all the birds waking up, even if half of them are roosters. There was like hardly any sounds up in the mountains. I'm really glad I came here. Oh, there's a few mosquitoes in my tent. And bat guana or something on the side here. I don't know how that got there. It's probably bat guana from the tree above me. It rained a couple times in the night. And each time it rained, I had to get up and close the fly because the rain was coming in a little bit. I should get up and take my sight down, tear it down. That's always the worst part. But yeah, overall, I think it was an successful challenge, if that makes any sense.
It's funny, isn't it? The moments that change you don't announce themselves. Nobody says, pay attention, this is the one.
Okay, I am all packed up. You can see where my tent was. It's so dry because it rained a couple times last night. Oh, love this. But I'm just gonna put on my shirt, put my backpack on my back, and go.
I sat on that beach and I didn't feel defeated. I didn't feel relieved. I felt settled. The way a compass settles when it finally stops spinning. I've been trying to name that feeling ever since. I think I finally have. Come back to the woman in white. She appears near the water, on the dark part of the road. She flags you down, and the wisdom passed through generations is, don't stop. Keep moving. Now, if you're hearing that as a ghost story, it sounds like avoid danger. Don't get close to the scary thing. But I don't think that's what it means. I've been living with this story for 6 months, turning it over the way you turn a stone in your hand, and I think it means something different. I think the elders were encoding something harder, something that took me 53 years to start understanding. Some things on the road, some dark stretches, some heavy feelings, some places where you've stopped and started asking yourself whether you made the right choices. They're not problems to solve. They're not invitations. They're thresholds, and the only thing you can do at a threshold is cross it. The white lady is the version of yourself that wants to stand still, that wants someone to stop and explain why this happened, why the plan fell apart, why the jungle won. And she's beautiful, and she's sad, and she will keep you on that road forever if you let her.
I didn't fail my survival challenge. I reached a threshold and I crossed it. I walked out of that jungle, and 5 months later, I crossed another one. I packed everything I owned into my suitcase, bought a one-way ticket, and flew back home to Canada. Not because I wanted to, because staying would have been the very thing that broke me.
The locals told me not to stop. I'm trying not to.
We're taught, I was taught, for 34 years in the boardroom and performance reviews, that the brave thing is to push through, that quitting is a character flaw, that the person who walks away is the one who wasn't strong enough. But the elders in Siargao knew something that the boardroom never knew. They knew that there are two types of darkness on the road. There's the kind that teaches you, challenges you, makes you more careful, and eventually stronger. And then there's the type of darkness that tries to swallow you whole and doesn't teach you anything. And the wisdom comes from learning to know the difference. I'm still learning. I got it wrong for a lot of years. I stayed in places, situations, versions of myself long after crossing the threshold was the right choice. But I think I'm getting better at not stopping. Have you ever walked away from something, a place, a plan, a version of yourself you carried far too long? I'd love to hear your story in the comments. I know I'm not the only one this happens to.
If this kind of travel resonates with you, consider subscribing. There's more of this road ahead. And if you want to walk it a little closer, I've opened up channel memberships. Superstars get members-only live streams, a community of people who actually get it, and early access to these videos before they go public. The link is below if that feels right for you. Thanks for watching, and until next time, happy trekking.